I'm gonna play this and see what it has to offer us. I don't know what it's gonna be showing us, but I guess and this, that, and the next thing, and all this, that, and everything like that. But I'm not gonna. Just the gamma by moving the slider until the camera window. I guess I can see a figure here. No, we don't want to go too dark with this. It's barely visible, it says. So that's about it. Don't want to go too dark because then you guys might not see it. If gonna get into too much, but like I said, we're just gonna hope everything goes smoothly with the recording, and the little stylus recording. I'm gonna try to. The setup for this is gonna be, or format's gonna be. I'm gonna tell 3 stories that are kind of in keeping with the scary theme and so on. The first one is gonna be the time. It was me versus me and friends on a bike versus a bus. Basically, the time I was almost roadkill. The second one was going to be the time I was almost fish food, basically drowned. One of the times I almost drowned. The last one's going to be the time I escaped a mall escalator near death. And these are some okay stories. And then after telling those stories, I'm going to tell the little review. I didn't mean to say tell the review, but I'm going to review this this game and my purchase of it. Now, the only last thing to mention about this whole little format is that I've already thought about things, so I'm going to be pausing in this video. Sometimes I'm not going to be moving through the game as quickly. If I have to tell a story and I need to pause, I'm going to have to do that because for certain reasons I'm just not going to get into up. So I think this game is probably going to be very dark, and if I have to use a camera or light, something like this, I don't want to have that on because the nature of this game, you might have to run out of battery. So you already know. So all right, so let's just get on with it, man. So that's what we need. All right, so that demo option. Should have read the options, man. All right, I'm a camera with my wife. The two of you are investigative journalists, and you risk deep in undercover stories, knowing you're brave. Corruption so profound that going mad might be the only sane thing to do if the people there are mad.
Let me try a version that can serve as an intro for the whole piece. Tell me when we're good.
Oh shit! Okay, I gotta hold up.
We're good.
2 weeks ago, a young woman was found wandering barefoot, pregnant, and alone on a barren stretch of highway 100 miles from the nearest.
Oh, the fuck?
Did you see that?
We lost the engine. Fuck.
The first story I'm going to tell, because it keeps me with the spirit of Halloween and Day of the Dead and all that. The time when I was, I don't know what they're screaming about, man. The time when I was, the time, what is it, the story I was almost roadkill, right? So I'm gonna go slowly while some of this game is going on. So I was breathing sort of like this. This was back when I was a kid before high school, and I'm falling. I dropped my glasses, and we being us at school, heard about glasses. So we heard about this kind of like a steep hill in a neighborhood neighboring us, not too far. And word came around from different schools, so on. So it became infamous. And we just found out about it. So a few days later, we hop on our bikes, and me and some friends on our bikes, and we go to this hill. We ride out to this hill, and it's like other schools are going to be around this. Be controlled to raise your camcorder. What? All right, man. Lynn. Go from there. So yeah, it was about as steep as this drop, and so we were coming from not this drop here, but that drop right there. We're on the bikes. We get to this area. It's a bunch of different people from a bunch of different schools. Only some of us are brave enough. I didn't care, so I went ahead, me and some friends. And we started at the top of this hill, and this hill was like a crazy ass hill. And it was a paved road and all sorts of stuff. And it was traffic on the street, and it's much steeper than this hill I'm walking down here. For us to vault while moving towards waist-high objects. Why would I want to not talk to somebody? Well, let's just be brave at it.
Hello? I'm lost and hurt.
Jam, hold it to open. There might be something back there to run, press. What? L3? I don't like games that do this, man. You gonna break my damn controller. Don't like games that do that. So, the thing is, y'all, I'm trying to tell a story, but you can't tell a story and play the game. It's gonna get them confusing, man. See what these buttons do. Duck. Right, left. There you go. To turn on the light, the night vision, press R3 when your camera is raised. To zoom, press blah and blah. Shit. No, damn. No, that's stupid. There you go. Whatever. So, y'all, we're coming down this, like, this hill. And it gets... It was pretty scary in the beginning, maybe? I don't know.
No.
There's some people over there. Or something moving. Where's the,
Who's...
Don't you shut up, Brian. Nothing going on. Anyway. Alright, I'm gonna have to pause for a second. So, there's a bike sorta, nothing like this. And it was my sports bike, and all of us got to the top of this hill, and when I say it's steep, I mean like it's like a damn near 90 degrees. I can't even understand the point of the hill, but it was in a neighborhood. It was kind of like a major street or whatever. So you have commercial traffic coming along, bunch of cars, trucks, and stuff like this. But traffic was light that day. It's daytime and it's fun time and stuff, but it's like one of those big adventures that you have as a kid. You hear about this rumor goes around school or whatever, and it's within your reach, so you just go. I'm gonna kind of cut it across because I don't want this video being too long, and I gotta watch some certain stuff. Whatever, dude. Let me see how this works. You hit something to raise your light. I wanted to do that lean thing. This thing I wanted to do. Alright, it's gone. Anyway, yeah, anyway. Probably gonna die a couple times. So, like, we had this bike, and, I don't know, y'all, like, you know, it's just like, we just talking shit and doing shit, and before you know it, like, me and one of my other friends just like, man, F it. So we get started, and my bike and my brakes are good, so because I test my brake for 1 second, my friend inches ahead of me a little bit. And we didn't even talk about it. We just both went at the same time. We didn't even discuss it, just went. We didn't even, that's just, the two of us were similar, I guess. Just like, whatever. So, I started going down, and immediately as I'm going down, I realized it's the worst thing that I've ever decided to do at that time, or one of the worst things. And that I saw halfway down where one place I could throw myself to the side if I needed to. But long before I ever reached that halfway point, y'all, it was just, the thing was going out of control. But I still kept in control of it. Brakes weren't going to save me, but I just said, whatever. Went down, and weren't too many cars to dodge. We got down. Now, where the story gets kind of like crazy is like, reach the halfway point, and from there you're like, okay, well, whatever. Because I sort of see my friend somewhat ahead, and he made it. He's almost down to the bottom, right, and down into this big expansive intersection. Or you just kind of go down and you just like zoom forward, whatever, right? But the gravity and momentum is just pushing me. And I'm like, oh, whatever. This is like whatever. Once I get down to the intersection, I'm safe and sound. I'm thinking of whatever. But out of nowhere, I look to my left, and right in front of me, y'all, is on a bicycle, little sports bike, no gear, no helmet, no nothing, and you have no eye goggles, no nothing, you can't hear. It's just like you're in a wind turbine or something like this. So that's probably why I didn't hear the bus. And that bus just like barely. I just turned on this. I didn't panic or anything. I just kind of turned a little tiny bit as much as I could. Meanwhile, I'm going 45. I'm like flying like a bullet. And I kind of just inch past. And I saw that the bus driver's eyes for a second. I just was like just inch past and zoom through. And obviously I lived to tell the tale. But like really, this right here was about to be like the last momentum to your boy's life during that one time. So let's move on a little bit here. Let's just get moving on a little bit here. But it was very scary. Y'all talking about 45 miles per hour, speeding like a motherfucker. What is this? I'm hiding in this. Peek. Get out. Go in here. I pressed this button. Why am I knocking, bro? Give me this. Rose. Pick up the battery. I'm not gonna hide it. I'm gonna just backtrack a little bit just to show something real quick. I'm not gonna dwell on it before we get started. Get back to the stories. Let me tell on the way there. Let me just. All right. Good. Whatever. A bit. So it says, why can't I take that? You know, that's not cement. That's just, you know, why can't I just pull that and lay it on my shoulder and walk on and do what I need to do? Anyways, what I was gonna say is that yeah, one other thing I'll add real quick. I'll add is I'm going to show just some of the controls before we move forward. But before I get to that, let me get back to what I wanted to say about these stories. You might say, "Oh, that's a lame." There's some stuff I'm leaving out too. You know, because we can't spend forever. So on from the past to the future. So I have some future stories of other vehicular homicide where it actually happened, like not involving me, but like at work and something happened because it was an interstate behind work that happened when we were working somewhere. It happened off to the side where we were. It was, yeah, so but we'll, you know, that's in the future, man, if we ever get to it. So again, you know, before you start going, oh, that's stupid, man. It's just like lame ass. What did no, we have far more intriguing stuff to come. Other thing I was going to point out was that back to what I was going to say, that handle that we could have taken as a weapon. You know, why all this? You're trying to save it. So why are you just walking past all the weapons? Example, these two. These bottles. Crack one is it's obviously something sharp. Someone's hopping here. It pulls it out, and then you hold again. It's like a door, and I think you can kind of like look across the thing, yeah, like that, before you fully get out. And if you don't want it, you just pull it back. All right. So it's all right. Let me up out of here, man. All right, so my next story is gonna be one of the times I almost drowned me against the pool at a cookout, like a cookout / party / whatever neighborhood thing. But we're gonna tell that once we're gonna look for somewhere. Come on, bruh. We're gonna look for somewhere. We're gonna move forward and this way. We're gonna look somewhere better. I can tell that story. I can't vault. Whatever. Man. Barring those things, you can pick up a brick. I probably gotta go through this house then. Open the window, press whatever. That actually kind of got me all. I wasn't expecting that. Raven. Press the open. To enter the window. I already did that. I'm trying to close it. Because you gotta have manners, y'all. If you go over to somebody's spot, you gotta have manners. then you can peek like this. That's pretty cool. Well, I could have looked out the window. We're gonna crouch here. Let's see if we can crawl. This guy's kind of stupid. His survival instincts are kind of like, you know, he's knocking on doors. I'm lost. I'm weak. I'm scared and helpless. Yet he's also scared, and he's got to see his wife, but he's not gonna grab none of this. Grab none of that. Am I right? Probably good. I can't pick up no weapons. I can't pick up a stone. All these pieces of wood. Alrighty. And I can't vault this. I can't vault this? I must be doing something wrong. Man. Wait a second. If we run... Yes, I know the light has gone away. If we run and jump... Okay, bro. So what was the other story I wanted to tell? Another bike. No, shit, just paused. So here's somewhat appropriate, you know. So well, I'm presuming it might be water down there. But water goes with wells. Whatever. So, alright, so one time, there was a pool in somebody's backyard. Right? Do I have to say anything? Well, you know what? Before I set this up, let me just say the little ending lesson to the last story. So the bike thing, because there's a bike right there. The last story, the little takeaway lesson after what happened after was just like I you know, regained control. Like the turbulence ended and regained control at the bottom of the thing and coasted through the intersection and had to dodge a car too. Everyone got down there and kind of, you know, was down there. My friend, we weren't there to chat and talk. We were just there to see what this damn hill was about, do it, you know, or whatever, and just like go on and do something else and hang about, you know, talk later or hang the next day, whatever the hell, right? So it wasn't like, oh my God, we did this, so let's talk about it. We just wanted to see what it was about. That's it. The little takeaway is just, you know, I don't know what the takeaway is from that. It's just you know, there's a lot of ways that you can whatever and be careful in traffic, and that's really it. But like I say, look before you leap. I looked down the hill and stuff like that. Other thing is, I'm not trying to tell these stories to, little disclaimer, don't follow me. I'm not saying this to be cool. I was actually scared, but you know, I didn't panic, you know, like, you know, scared for my life. My life was actually in jeopardy, but I didn't really. I tried to look first before see a midpoint. I tried to go get up as much prepared as possible before I did it. So it wasn't just complete reckless, like, you know, whatever. And I guess that's what I would suggest you maybe do in those situations if you're interested in seeing what something's about that might be scary. So anyway, on to the next story. Same little neighborhood story. Second story. The next time I went to, next time I almost drowned. One of the times I almost drowned. We went to a cookout in the backyard. I don't even remember going. I just remember being there. Like, it was probably fun and a lot of stuff happening, but I just remember being, and it was like a get together. It was the younger crowd, like me, again before high school, younger crowd, and then there were some high schoolers there. I'm just calling them high schoolers. I don't want to say teens. I don't want to say a bunch of words. Just high schoolers there, and they all trying to smash each other or whatever. But there's a parent or two there manning the grill and manning the stuff and the drinks on the table and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, this story takes place during one of those times where I was apprehensive about water. It's a slight back and forth. Nowadays I'm good about it, but it was a slight back and forth. This story takes place during one of those times. So it's a pool again, right? So I remember like, let's just skip ahead. Like, there's music going, people eating food going, people dancing, people chatting, people whatever. You can tell people's trying to smash each other and all sort of stuff. But there's like parental guidance to off to the side, so nobody's going to stuff out here outside in the public or whatever. We're at this. It's time for me to leave, right? I get up out the pool, right? And I have the thing around my waist like a like I'm playing around, like yeah, I'm a grown man. I'm just like my role, like getting out the shower. But we're leaving, right? And it was like a I don't remember if it was my mother or a friend's mother, who was our ride, because I'm just a little kid, and we're leaving, and I'm like, I'm gonna go get my clothes or whatever, and I'm walking on the side of the pool, and it's crowded side of the pool, and I could go around the people into the grass, but for some reason I didn't want to. I was just thinking dumb, so I said, let me just inch around the people right at the side of the pool, right, inch around them on this side. I do that, and I fall. It's like this, fall down and into the pool, and it's at the deep end. And again, there was a psychological thing there where it's like, man, I don't know whatever could swim. But what happened was that I didn't panic at first, but the towel I had on me, the towel started to, I'm going to speed this up a bit. Towel I had on me started to wrap around my legs, and something, it was a long towel, blah, blah, blah. And so I literally almost drowned. I was like, I was reaching up to the side of the pool, and I was maybe like 2 inches, my fingertips are 2 inches from the top, but you don't have any leverage nowhere for your foot and stuff like this, right? Almost drowning. Somebody touched my fingertips, and like maybe that gave me the extra little thing to just inch my fingers just a little bit higher, and I got to the side of the pool, had that traction, and was able to hook my first 2 fingers and just like pull myself up out of there, because it's no weight. You're in the pool, you're a lot. So I get up, I get out there a bit confused, because I almost seriously drowned, but it wasn't the first time and it wasn't the last time. Whoever the woman was, I don't remember I remember as a friend's mother, I think, was yelling at this guy who was there by the side of the pool, chatting, hollering at some chick, yelling at her that you did it on purpose. Blah, blah, blah. I think that she knew something about that kid that other people don't. How parents talk and they know, and yelling. Get whatever, still get your stuff, and but he's kind of laughing it off, laughing at her, but he's got a nervous chuckle, whatever. But he's kind of an asshole, right? And I kind of go, and I'm leaving, and my mind starts clearing, and I'm thinking, and I remember that I did receive a knock of some kind when I entered into the pool, and then y'all, this is where it gets like a horror movie type of like a ghost movie kind of like we're looking at here. And when it dawned on me that I was knocked into the pool, and it dawned on me that like people were like saying like my name, like it happened to me and stuff like this, and it dawned on me that I have like a reputation at that time as not somebody that you mess with. It's me and my 2 brothers. You don't mess with us. We kind of can scrap and stuff like that. And I mentioned this in a previous Storytime video, but it dawned on me, and it dawned on me like wait a second, maybe this dude or whatever, and I think that by that time the dude had heard my name and who I was and so on, so he wasn't being so much of an asshole, and I spotted him by the pool, right? Excuse me, by the table with the food or whatever, and I was kind of towards the back of the gate about to leave, but I kind of looked at him like I looked at him and gave him this cold look, like I'm just looking at this dude for a second, like, because this dude might have knocked me out, and I'm like, no, don't try to punk me or whatever, right? And to him, you have to remember, it's like he's over by the pool and I'm over by the back, and it's a crowd of people in between us, right? It's like in those movies where like somebody's on one side of the room and they look across the room and they see like a little kid like glaring at them from the side of the room. They're like, is that a ghost? it was sort of like that, and you saw this expression on his face, like go away, because maybe he thought like maybe I'd done something to his food or something like this, like I was a crazy kid. I wasn't a crazy kid. I was just like, I'm not somebody you mess with, mess with like that, and physically and so on. So anyway, that's basically the end of the story. The part I want to say, I'm forgetting it now, but it was like, it was like for a moment to him. Like I was thinking about, I didn't think about all this other stuff at that time. I wasn't thinking about, I'm gonna give him a cold, glary story. It was just like, no, don't try to pump me or whatever, right? But thinking back on the story, it was like a horror movie because it was like he's standing on the other side of the room. There's a crowd of having people. He look across the room, and it's just like this so still figure. This little kid, goes So now I remember what I want to say. So yeah, a bit of my rep probably and kind of cold, whatever. Coupled with the fact that here's a lesson, y'all. Coupled with the fact that when you're around food, don't mess with people when you're around food because they can do something to your food. They can, you're a kid, you pull up dog shit. I never did this to people, but you know, I knew I could always pick. Y'all know, don't mess with people around your food. That's the whole thing. When you go to restaurants, you go to drive-through and McDonald's, stuff like this. You know how we're all kind of like polite to people. You go to Starbucks, you're all kind of polite to somebody, you know, whoever's handling your food, or you go to Denny's, or you go to a diner, or whatever it is, your hotel, whatever it is, somebody's doing your food, your breakfast, whatever. You be polite to them because we all know that they could easily do whatever most horrible and unimaginable, horribly imaginable thing that you can imagine can be done to your food. You know, it's all in their hands. So I don't know. That's the time I almost drowned. It was a bit of a horror story for me, a bit of life and death for me. Bit of a horror movie moment for the other dude. That's it. That's it. All right, how do I go to that? I see they telling me to press the might have to end this real quick. What is this? And I can't look up. Whatever, man. Where's the battery? There's a battery down there. For a second. Alright, so apparently I can't move forward anymore right here. Alright, let's go this way. That's the thing too. Let's take a second to look at these controls. This screen, this camera screen or whatever, what's that WT at the bottom? See, for a second, 19 by 1080, 60p, and I can't see, my thing is chopped off on the left side, but I know there's a left and right thing. I don't know about that sound, that probably helps, man, when you're moving. Anyway, hold on a second. So a little takeaway for you. A little takeaway too from that story is the funny little lesson is that how people misunderstand each other because you can't mind read and how important communication is. Like to me, from my perspective, I wasn't trying to intimidate the dude. I was just trying to remember what happened before I leave. Just kind of remember what happened here and maybe memorize the dude a little bit. Let's see who that is and so on, so I can remember later on if I'm thinking about it. I remember details like in the review that maybe something was fishy. Then I can just remember, not to think that dude's your friend or whatever if you run into him again or something like this. Not to do something, bad to him, whatever. Just remember, where you stand with that dude, right? Remember, so that's all I was doing. But to him, from his look on his face, y'all, he thought maybe I poured bleach in his, looked like a ghost story, like I poured bleach in his drink that he was about to drink. So the mind runs wild like that in his imagination. So anyway, moving right along. Let me crouch real quick. This is a good place for a stronghold. Tell me this, man. Somebody outside that door, ready to slap the dust off me. Again, a little disclaimer, y'all. I'm not telling these stories to be cool. Like, oh, I was the cold, tough guy. Even as a kid, I was tough, and nobody poked me. It's like, nah, I'm just sharing a little story, man. About to get pooped on. Life and Mother Nature in the ocean and the water almost pooped on me. Man, I'm looking for a battery, man. Let me check that locker. Get out of my way. I can run. Get out of my way. What the hell? Bald bitch. What? There's no battery here. I'm not checking every individual desk. Probably can't check over there, but I will. And we're gonna leave. Alright, let's just come this way. Okay, we'll leave that way. Nope. That's how this pick. There's a battery. I wanted to check inside this desk. Nothing there, and see if we can pull out that top drawer. We cannot. I was gonna leave the other way. It looks a little more lit. But let's just go this way anyway. Yeah, whatever. Now, where the fuck am I going? Come on, man. To hide where? In a locker. This is stupid, man. I can't pick up those pencils and stab at somebody. But, hey, man, hey! Go over here and get pooped on, man. See, man, I want to know what those audio, those meters on my thing. Let's see what's going on here. Know what those meters to the right of this display here, this HUD, the left and right audio input signals, or maybe those must be input. Yeah, whatever. Wait 1 second. Wait. No, I didn't know. Oh man, I don't want to do all this. Go through all this crap. All right, thank you, game. I'm glad it was locked. Hide. I can't. I'm gonna turn around. Somebody gonna be there. Now I've come to the end of the hall. Now it's like a. I can't see another door through there. I don't think.
Jessica?
Yeah, this wasn't like that one up there.
When we were... This was Jessica's.
Alright, so the next and last story I'm going to tell... Oh, actually, again, I have other, like, water stories and almost drowned stories that are more exciting, but, just that story was a little more fitting for, again, the theme of the holiday and blah, 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 blah. But nothing else in here. So it is a microphone, man. It's for noises and so on. It's a microphone. Give me this. Let me get up and through here. It's hell and whatever. Let's go over here. Say what? There's another story where I was at a party with these chicas. Las chicas. They again before high school, but I was kind of growing or whatever. So it was like a real, whatever, with some chicks, stuff like this. And I remember I went underwater to push them up off their feels like 3 of them on this floaty thing. Man, this game is tripping. This floaty thing, and I went up to put it, and I forgot that you don't have any, you can't use your feet. You don't have any leverage down there. So I was like, I almost drowned trying to push it. Hold on. Let's go here in a second. Just slap dust off of these Arizonians. Shout out to any people from Arizona, Utah, thereabouts. But I mean, your brethren is about to get bodied here. All right. What is this, man? That area. Let's try one more time. Light came on though. This jam. This is the other side of the room. This is the other side of the hallway. So. So we went around somehow. So let me just try and. Yeah, I think I just saw somebody go by the room, but whatever, man. I picked. No, I don't want to do that. I picked up a music box. I did get a shock there, but okay. I mean, we're good, I guess. Let's see, press that. Man, got me all turned around. Look, we were here. All right. All right, now we have this light. I mean, that dude needs to moisturize. He needs to use some lotion and stuff like that. Man, come on, game. You tripping like I'm. Let's see. All right, that's outside. Here, that's the red door we saw. Hopefully, we can go back around. We're on the other side of the hallway. I don't see anything flashing. We're trying to go out that door, I guess. We're trying to go out that red door, I would presume. Man, just open the door. Open the door. Just open it. Hopefully this isn't too dark for y'all. Anyway, back to what I was gonna say. Because this thing, these stories don't have any focus if you try to jump over that thing. That's the other side of that door. The final story I have to tell is about what again? It's about what again? Not a hallway, but the last story I have to tell is about me versus it's Led Orchestral versus the mall escalator. The time where and this I saved this story for last because it's kind of like a harrowing. It's the most like actiony. It's the most like like the way I'm going to tell is not going to be that excited. I'm just going to share it, but it's probably the experience is actually. I'm not going to get all into it because it's like we need to wrap this up. But it was the most thrilling, I guess. Like it's thrilling and fighting for you, like or whatever. So once I find some place that is nice to tell the story, we'll tell it. But the setting was similar to this. It was like a clean setting like this because it was inside of a mall. But whatever, man. This door. Come on. Only reason why this is disturbing me because I don't have any weapon in my hand. And this guy, he's not, he's not gouging people's eyes out. He's not fighting back or just like, oh, he's too shook. Remember that you can. Yes, I'm supposed to run from these dudes. Stop running, because you're gonna get tired. Stop running, because you're gonna get tired, bro. Stop running, you're gonna get tired. This dude runs like 2 feet and he get tired. Running for an extended amount of time. Run.
And foxes walk upon it. Zion is desolate, and foxes walk upon it.
Alright, so you can run again. Run, bitch. Move, bruh. To drop, press O. And the fury of the Lord and whatever, man. All right, let that be it, man. That'd be it. All right. It's a pretty mama. I mean, you gotta be that extra. What the hell? Is that a true ending? All right, let me be quick with the other story because I'm not replaying it to get a different ending. Let me try to find. Let me at least go back to a backdrop that's a little better than just a starting screen. So anyway, like this woman said 2 weeks ago, but it was actually again before high school. I was a kid. I was with mom in a mall. And the average day, like any day, my brothers weren't there. It was just me and her. I don't know where they were. I guess a little bit of the setup was I used to play a game like for those of you who want to imagine, like before I describe what got me into trouble with this escalator, I'd like you to imagine yourself. Even if you're at home and you can try to point the top of your toe up on the wall and keep your heel down on the floor, like you're getting ready to walk up the side of the wall, almost, right? So, you know, basically if you have your foot like that, or if you can imagine that, that's basically what I was doing on the escalator. And I did it for years as a kid. I used to always like play around and stuff like this around these things. But, you know, try to, you know, be safe. I pull it away at the very last second or something like this. But, you know, I knew the danger and so on. I was just a kind of kid who liked to engage in the environment and stuff like this. But I respected that. I wasn't like completely foolish. And despite these stories I'm telling you, you know, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not accident prone. Like, you know, I don't have like, you know, car crashes and stuff and craziness, and I still have on my limbs and you know, I'm pretty good at juking, and you know, I'm not accident prone. But in this story, it was an escalator. I had my foot on it, and we gotta wrap this up, guys. So, I had a foot on the escalator, man, and I miscalculated the time to pull my foot out the way the last time, and my mother was on the escalator with me, ahead of me. And if you know anything about escalators, because it's still this way to this day, there's no way to grab an escalator. Everything's revolving. Everything's on a belt or belt fit. You can't really grab anything. There's no surfaces to grab. But somehow I like got the you know, it chewed off the bottom of a shoe or something like this. Chewed the bottom of a shoe, but yeah, it was if I remember correctly, it was this right foot here. He's turning now. It was that right foot. Don't you doing the two-step? Blake, whatever your name is, man who has no survival instincts whatsoever, and can't run, and can't juke, and can't hop over can't do nothing. Yeah, I mean, it was like, you know what it's like? It was like, what is unique about the experience is how it went from nothing 0 to 220, like that in a snap. Again, I could tell the story a little bit better, but whatever. It went from 0 to 200, like just like that. It just turned. It's funny how it turned on a dime, because it started out like, you know, tranquil, like, oh, you're playing and the music playing in the background. You're fighting for your life, like a shark got you, something like that. And that's kind of what it looked like to me at the time. It's like just like shark teeth just coming from the foot. Yeah, it was, but it took me just like seconds to get over it. Like my shoe, I think my shoe was like tore. I had to like buy a replacement. And yes, that's it. I could embellish and be like, to me it was just like, oh, so this is happening. Let me just try to get myself out. Let me look and grab here and get up out of here and so on. But I mean, it was serious. That last second though, I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. So that was Outlast demo, and as always, I'm just gonna sign out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Hit a like And it is Sabbath. But most importantly, thank you for watching. Join with me, I'm gone, please.